Have you ever noticed something oddly specific? Your cat watches you every single day. But here's something most people get completely wrong. Your cat doesn't actually see you as a human. Not really. That idea doesn't exist in your cat's world. To you, the difference is obvious. You're a human, your cat is a cat. But your cat doesn't think in labels like that. It doesn't separate the world into human and animal. Instead, it understands everything through patterns, behavior, movement, presence. And based on that, it decides one thing. Is this familiar? Is this safe? If the answer is yes, you get included. Not as a human, but as something close enough. The closest way to understand it is this. Your cat sees you as a large, slightly unpredictable cat that somehow controls food, space, and routine. And once you understand that, a lot of your cat's behavior starts to make sense. Because suddenly, it's not random anymore. It's consistent. For example, why does your cat follow you sometimes, but ignore you other times? Most people think it's attention, or boredom, or just a habit. Sometimes it is, but most of the time, it's something deeper. Cats constantly track what matters in their environment. And in your cat's world, you matter. So when you stand up, it notices. When you leave the room, it tracks that movement. And sometimes, without making a sound, it follows. Not because it needs something, but because it's staying connected. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Your cat doesn't react to everything. It chooses moments. Moments where something changes. Like when you suddenly stop moving, or disappear behind a door. To you, that's normal. To your cat, that breaks the pattern. And cats are extremely sensitive to patterns. When something changes, it becomes important. Let me show you something most people never notice. You look at your room, and you see a bed, a sofa, maybe a table. But your cat, it doesn't see a room at all. It sees territory. That corner? That's not just a corner. That's a safe zone. That high shelf? That's not furniture. That's a vantage point. And your bed? That's not where you sleep. That's where scent, warmth, and safety exist. Your cat isn't living in your room. It's living in a mapped space, built on survival. Now here's the truth. Your cat isn't following you everywhere. It's responding to changes in its world. Moments where something shifts. Moments where something becomes uncertain. Because in your cat's mind, this isn't your house. It's a system, a space, an environment that it constantly tracks. And you're part of that environment. Something important, something familiar, something it chooses to stay connected to. That's why it doesn't react all the time. It doesn't need to. It simply shows up in the moments that matter. And those moments, they're not random. They're intentional. So the next time your cat watches you or quietly follows you, don't just see it as a habit. Look at it differently. Because your cat isn't just reacting to you. It's understanding its world. And in that world, you matter. Now, I want to ask you something. What's one behavior your cat does that never made sense to you? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to understand how your cat actually sees your space, make sure to subscribe. Because once you start seeing your home the way your cat does, everything changes.